Today, I'm talking about school drills and all of the stories that came with them throughout my time as a student. It got so bad that my entire school got destroyed to ruins. I'll get to that later. In the meantime, okay, wait, pause. It's starting to get a little toasty in here. Okay, this is fine. Everything is fine. Everything is just fine. Help! Now, what you saw there is exactly why school drills are a thing. You know, in case your classroom suddenly lights up into a fiery abyss. And rather, instead of running for your life, it's best that you stand in a one-by-one line in alphabetical order while your teacher calls your name to mark her attendance sheet. Oh, and while we're at it, let's figure out the caboose and the line leader. And by the time you're done, the flames have already engulfed the entire building. That reminds me, let me tell you about the time my school almost burned down. I was in elementary school, mid-math test by the way, and before I could even finish my test. What are we? A fire has begun in the building. Students, teachers, evacuate the premises immediately. What are we? We gathered in our single file line as practiced and marched down the hallway to exit the building. Now, an important detail our principal forgot to mention over the intercom announcement was where this fire was even at in the school itself. And as we made our way past the school cafeteria, it looked like Hell's Kitchen. I don't know what they were cooking that day for lunch, but it had to have been fire. Luckily, just past the now burning cafeteria, we were able to make it out a nearby exit door. As our class gathered outside, you could see the smoke arising from where the cafeteria had been burning. But I had bigger things to worry about. I was not going to fail this math test. And little did my teacher know, my friends and I brought our math test with us. I circled with my friends as we all shared our answers, quietly so we wouldn't get caught by our teacher. Okay, so for question number 1, 3 plus 2, my answer was 1. Weird. I got 6 for mine. Wait, really? I got 7. Ricky, how about you? I don't even know, man. I skipped this one hoping you guys would have the answer. Would anyone like to tell me what's going on here, boys? Oh, nothing. Just sharing answers from the math test to make sure we're all on the right track is all. Bro, what the fuck? Oh, and I forgot to mention, while all this chaos was happening, it was freezing cold outside and none of us had jackets. Having to stand outside with nothing to do while it's teeth-biting cold might be one of my biggest pet peeves with fire drills. But you guys are probably wondering what happened to the cafeteria. The firefighters saved the day, but the cafeteria was cooked. That thing was burnt to the crisp. Yippee for us though, we were let out of school early that day and came back to school with a brand new cafeteria. While on the topic of fire drills, let's fast forward to when I was a first grader. I had been walking in the hallway back to class from lunch by myself, where all of a sudden, the fire alarm started to go off. Wait, I don't know what to do. I've never prepared for a moment like this. I'm only used to gathering up in a single file line with my classmates. But now, I'm all alone, with nowhere to go. I can't escape. Please, why me? Why? Hey, buddy. It's okay. Are you lost? Yeah. What grade are you in? First grade. Here, I'm Mr. Ruffles. You can join my 4th graders and I as we exit out of the school. Will we? Yeah, of course. Hop on in. And for a good 30 minutes that day, I became a 4th grader.
One of us, Google Gobble, one of us. We accept that one of us. Google Gobble, one of us. We accept that one of us.
Now let me tell you about one of my most embarrassing school drill moments. This took place during one of our school bus drills. I can't be the only one who had drills for the school bus growing up, right? I'm not kidding. Every so often, our bus driver would randomly pull over during one of his rides, stand up, and explain to us how to escape out of the bus in case it ever burned down. What? It was 3 easy steps. Step 1, the person who was sitting in the back seat that day would do their job to unlatch the back door and open it up. Step 2, we'd all funnel out the back one by one in a single file line. Step 3, the person who was first out needs to do their job to help others who are getting out of the bus. And so, with this information engraved in my brain, I was on the bus coming back home from a day in middle school. But I wasn't just sitting anywhere. I was sitting in the back of the bus. And suddenly, our bus pulls over to a random parking lot as our driver stands up from his seat and yells at me from the front of the bus. Hey, you in the back. I need you to latch your window. You need me to unlatch the door? Yes, latch that window now. Yes, sir. This entire time, I thought the driver was telling me to unlatch the back door, where in reality, he told me to latch my window that was down next to me. But it was too late. I was ready to save everyone on this bus. Come on, everybody. Move. We don't have all day here. Come on, let's go. Whew. Alrighty, that's everyone. You know, I've always thought about being a superhero. What the hell got into you, boy? What? What are you saying? I did what you told me to do. I unlatched the back door and followed the drill. No, I told you to latch up your window, not to unlatch the back door. It's not April 1st right now, right? Now you better round up all of these students, get them in this bus right now, before I leave you here. Yes, sir. And that was the last time I sat in the back of the bus. I was someone who grew up in the Midwest. So of course, this comes with a lot of cornfields, cows, and you guessed it, tornadoes. We've become so used to the amount of tornadoes that we get that instead of seeking shelter like a normal person would do, Midwesterns resort to watching them outside, like it's a movie or something. Now, just like any regular school, we had tornado drills. But let me tell you about a storm much worse than a tornado that my school did not have time to prepare for. It was summertime, and I was only 1 week away from getting ready to start my first day of junior year in high school. That was until a storm known as the derecho, which is also translated to be known as a land hurricane, came hurtling toward my town. Terrifying, right? This storm was everything you think a land hurricane would consist of. Winds over 150 miles an hour, rain, hail, thunder, lightning, the whole shebang. I was at my house that evening, and as we saw the storm approaching, we did exactly what you think any normal person would do and stood outside in our lawn getting ready to watch this storm like it was a movie or something. Just kidding, this storm was a menace. My family and I scrambled to our basement as we waited in fear as the storm passed over. We came out from our hiding place and saw the mass destruction this storm caused.
Oh my God, bro. Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck?
Not only were our house windows shattered, but all of the trees in our neighborhood had been ripped up from the ground. And to make this situation even worse, my entire city had lost power and internet. My dopamine receptors were fiending. But this got me thinking, and thinking about one thing only. Wait. No power, no internet. Could this mean that I might not have to go back to school in a week? Oh my gosh, I am totally right. There is no way we are going back to school next week. I mean, hell, I don't even think schools have a drill for a land hurricane in the first place. And after a brutal long week with no power or internet, with the first day of school approaching rather quickly, my parents received a letter that came in the mail from my school.
Hey, Bugs, come out here. Your school sent us a letter that we need to share with you.
Okay. What's up?
Here, honey, you can read it.
Because of the recent storm that hit our school and city, there's a lot of damage that needs fixing. We're going to extend summer break by 3 more weeks so we can get everything ready and safe for students.
I knew it! Yes! I knew it! Word had spread quickly around my neighborhood in that our school had its entire roof ripped off from the building, windows shattered, and even the field goal posts from the football field were knocked over. It looked like a war zone took place at our school. To be honest though, those 3 weeks away from school did not feel like a summer break, as I was left having to help clean up our city by raking trees for hours on end. This was the first time in my life where I actually missed school for once. Stay in school, kids. Hey everyone, I hope you guys are having a great start to the new school year. At the time I'm recording this, we currently have 25,748 subscribers. And I just want to thank you all from the bottom of my heart for the support on this new channel of mine. And with that, if all of you could go down into the description and share some love with all of the wonderful individuals that help me out with making these videos. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.